Welcome to your Ontario Practice Learners Test Rule number 1. So let's get started. Here we go. The first question is, where there are no posted speed limits, the maximum speed in cities, town and villages is? The right answer of this question is 50 km per hour. So I'm going to select the third option. This is the correct one. And next. Hi everyone. I welcome all of you in our YouTube channel. As you know that we have started a series in which we are practicing driving test quizzes for different states of Canada. Till now we have covered many different states which can be found in the description. And in this video we are going to practice the driving test quizzes for Ontario state. So in this state we have total 4 quizzes and we are going to cover all 4 quizzes in this video. So let's get started. So here I am on the homepage of Canadian Practice Test website. Here I will click on driving test and then you will see a flash page coming over here which is showing different states of Canada. I'm going to select Ontario, which is the 5th one. So from here, I'm going to select Ontario Rules Test number 1. So let's click on this button. Welcome to your Ontario Practice Learners Test Rule number 1. So let's get started. Here we go. The first question is, where there are no posted speed limits, the maximum speed in cities, town and villages is? The right answer of this question is 50 km per hour. So I'm going to select the third option. This is the correct one. And next. The second question of quiz number 1 is, when lights are required, drivers are required to switch to low beam headlights. The right answer is within 150 meters of an oncoming vehicle. So let's click on the first option. Correct. Next. The third question is, by law, you must report any collision to the police when there are injuries or damage to vehicles or other property exceeding. The right answer is $2,000. So I'm going to click the first option. This is the correct one. And next. The fourth question is, a flashing green light at the intersection where turns to the left and right are permitted indicate. So you can choose a 3 option from this question. So the first right option is A, which is you may turn to the left if the way is clear. The second right option is B, which is you may proceed straight through if the way is clear. And the last is D, which is you may turn to the right if the way is clear. So you can choose any one of them, A, B and D. So I'm going to select the last one, which is D. Yeah. Next. Threshold braking means, the right answer is you use all the braking force available without locking the wheel. So I'm going to click the last option. Correct. Next. A red signal light with a green arrow is shown at an intersection indicates. The right answer of this question is proceed with caution in the direction of the arrow. So I'm going to select the second option. Next. Most skids are the result of. So again you can choose 3 answers from this question. The first right option is A, which is accelerating too quickly. The B is also correct, driving too fast. And the last right option is D, which is hard braking. So I'm going to click on the last one, which is hard braking. Correct. Next. If a traffic signal changes while a pedestrian is still on the street, which of the following has a right of way? The right answer of this question is the pedestrian, which is the third one. So let's click on the third option. Correct. Move to the next. The 9th question of quiz number 1 is, when on streets designed for two-way traffic, if you hear the siren of an emergency vehicle, what does the law require you to do? The right answer of this question is pull as far as possible to the right and stop. So I'm going to click on the second option. Next. If you live in Ontario, you must be at least blank years old and have a valid Ontario driving license to drive in this province. The right answer of this question is 16. Yeah. Next. While you are driving with a G1 license, you must not drive between. The right answer is midnight and 5 a.m. So third option is the right one. Yeah. Next. If you are involved in an accident where injuries or damages exceeds $2,000, you must report this to your nearest provincial or local police. The right answer is immediately. So I'm going to click on the first one. Next. If your vehicle becomes disabled on a 400 series highway, you should. The right answer is pull over, activate your emergency flasher and wait for help. So I'm going to click the last one. Yeah. Next. Never use the cruise control feature. So you can choose 3 answers from this question. The first right answer is A, which is on wet, slippery, snowy or icy surfaces. The B is also correct, on winding roads. And the last one is also correct, which is in urban traffic. So I'm going to click on the last option. Yeah. Next. If your blood alcohol concentration is more than 80 milligrams in 100 milliliters of blood, 0.08, the right answer of this question is your license will be suspended immediately for 90 days. So I'm going to click the first option. Yeah, next. Flashing blue lights mounted on a motor vehicle indicates what? The right answer is snow removal equipment. So I'm going to click on the second option and next. When the traffic signal light facing you in red and you intend to go straight through the intersection, what must you do first? The right answer of 17th question is stop, wait until the light changes to green and the intersection is clear before moving through it. So I'm going to select the last option. Yeah, next. On a roadway where traffic is moving in both directions, in what position must you be before making a left turn? The right answer of this question is immediately to the right of the center line of the roadway. So I'm going to select the last option. Next. The nearest a driver may park to a fire hydrant is, the right answer is 3 meters. So the second one is the right one. Next. When entering a freeway, you should, the right answer is signal and increase your speed to merge smoothly with traffic. So let's click on the second option. Correct. Next. What is the driver of a motor vehicle not permitted to carry in a house or boat title? The right answer is persons. So I'm going to select the first option. Next. Which of the following has the right of way over all other at an intersection when the light is green? The right answer is pedestrians crossing with the light. So let's click on the third option. Next. Under all conditions, you should drive at a speed that will allow you to. The right answer is stop within a safe distance. So I'm going to select the second option. Yeah, next. While you are driving with a learner's license, an accompanying driver must sit in the front passenger seat. The right answer is at all times. So I'm going to click on the second option, which is at all times. Yeah, next. At 15 demerit points, your license will be suspended for 30 days. After the suspension, the number of points on your driver's record will be reduced to, the right answer is 7. So I'm going to click on the first option. Next. If you are involved in a reportable accident, you must make your report to your nearest provincial or municipal police. The right answer is immediately. So I'm going to click on the first option, which is immediately, and next. Upon approaching a stop sign, what does the law require you to do before entering an intersection? The right answer is stop, and when it is safe to do so, proceed. So let's click on the second option. Yeah, next. The third last question of quiz number 1 is a flashing yellow beacon above an intersection. The right answer is warns you to drive with caution. So let's click on the first option, which should be the right one, and it is the right one. And next. The second last question is a licensed driver changes his or her name or address. They must inform the Ministry of Transportation. The right answer is within 6 days. So I'm going to click on the last option. Yeah, next. The last question of quiz number 1 is if you are convicted of careless driving, you will get, the right answer is all of these. This is the correct one, and this is the end of quiz number 1 of Ontario State. Hi everyone. I welcome you on one of the best platforms in which you are going to practice driving tests for different Canadian states. And before starting the video, I would like to mention that don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you will be notified for our upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Congratulations on completing your first quiz. So now I'm going to move to the second one. So let's click on Ontario rule test number 2. Welcome to your Ontario practice learners test rule number 2. So let's move forward and click on start. Here we go. The first question is when faster traffic wants to pass you. The right answer of first question is move to the right and let it pass in safety. So I'm going to click on the first one. Correct. Next. When lights are required, drivers are required to switch to low beam headlights. The right answer is within 150 meters of an oncoming vehicle. So I'm going to click on the first option again. This should be the right one. Correct. And next. A pedestrian facing a flashing or steady hand or don't walk symbol should. The right answer is not cross but finish crossing the street if they have already started. So I'm going to click on the second option. Correct. Next. What documents may a police officer require a motor vehicle owner to produce? So you can choose 3 answers from this question. So the first right option is A, which is a valid driver's license. Number C is also right, liability insurance card, and the D is also the right one, proof of motor vehicle ownership. So I'm going to click on the last option. You can choose one of them. Correct. Next. The best way to stop quickly on a wet or icy roadway is to. The right answer of fifth question is brake, and if the wheels lock, then release pressure until you come to a stop. So I'm going to click on the second option. Yeah. Next. If you do not tell the truth about your vehicle insurance, or if you show false document. The right answer of sixth question is all of these. So I'm going to click on the first option. This is the correct one. Yeah. Next, never change lanes without. The right answer is signaling, checking the rear view mirror, and checking blind spots. So I'm going to click on the first option again. This should be the right one. Correct. And next, unless otherwise posted, the maximum speed limit allowed on the highway outside of city, town, and villages is. The right answer is 80 km per hour. So this should be the right one. Yeah. How many demerit points will be recorded on your license for failing to stop for police? The right answer is 7. So I selected the last option. This is the right one. And next, in good weather conditions, you are required to keep a safe distance behind the vehicle in front of you. You should keep at least, the right answer is, a 2-second gap to the other vehicle. So I'm going to click on the first option. Correct. Next, before moving from a parked position, you should, the right answer is, always signal and check for traffic, pulling out only when it is safe to do so. So I'm going to click on the last option. This is the right one. And next, the 12th question is, how many demerit points will be recorded on your license for careless driving? The right answer of 12th question is 6. So I'm going to click on the second option, which is 6 is the correct one. And next, if your wheels go off the pavement, you should. So you can choose 3 answers from this question. The first right option is A, which is take your foot off the gas pedal to slow down. B is also right, grip the steering wheel firmly and avoid heavy braking. And the third one is also right, get the vehicle under control, steer toward the pavement. So you can choose one of them. A, B, C, these 3 options are right. So I'm going to click on the third one. Correct. Next, when approaching a railway crossing where an electrical or mechanical signal device is warning of the approach of a train, you must, the right answer is, stop at least 5 meters from the nearest rail or gate. So I selected the last option. And next, if a tire blows out, you should, the right answer is, take your foot off the gas pedal to slow down and steer the vehicle firmly in the direction you want to go. So let's click on the third one, which is the longest one. Next, in what lane of traffic should you drive when you intend to make a right hand turn? The right answer is close to the right side of the road. So let's click on the third option. Correct. And next, under what circumstances may you lend your driver's license to another person? The right answer is never. Yeah. Next, while you are driving with a G1 license, you must not drive on 400 series highway with a posted speed limit over. The right answer is 80 km per hour. Next, persons operating mobility devices, motorized, wheelchair, and medical scooters are treated the same way as pedestrians. The right answer is at all time. Yeah. Next, when descending a steep hill, a good and safe driving practice is to. The right answer is gear down and use the motor to assist in braking. So let's click on the second option. Correct. Next, during poor weather conditions such as rain, snow, smoke, and fog, switch your headlights. The right answer is to low beam. So I selected the low beam. And next, on approaching an intersection where a traffic signal light is red and a policeman motions you to go through, you should, the right answer is, obey the policeman's signal and proceed. So let's click on the last option, which is the right one. And next, a flashing red beacon above an intersection means. The right answer is, you must come to a complete stop and move through the intersection only when it is safe to do so. So let's click on the third option. Yeah. Next, parking lights should be used. The right answer is for parking only. So I'm going to click on the last option, and this is the correct one. Let's move to the next question. In what positions on the roadway must you be before making a left turn from a one-way traffic street? The right answer is close to the left side of the roadway. So I'm going to click on the first option. And next, under what circumstances may a driver lose their license? The right answer is any of these. Next, the 27th question is, a streetcar stops, stay at least blank meters behind the car doors where passengers are getting off or on. The right answer is 2. This is the right one. And next, the third last question is, when a right turn against a red signal lights is permitted, what does the law require you to do before entering the intersection and making a turn? The right answer of third last question is, come to a complete stop and wait until the view is clear. So I'm going to click on the last option. It's the right one. And next. A solid line at the left of your lane means the right answer is it is unsafe to pass. So let's click on the third option. Correct. And next. The last question of quiz number 2 is when parking facing downhill, you should. The right answer is all above options. So I'm going to click on the last option. This is the correct one. And this is also the end of quiz number 2 of Ontario State. This is for your kind information that we are also providing PDF files with questions and answers. So if you need these questions and answers in PDF format, feel free to contact on our email mentioned in the description section. And we are also active on our social media pages. So you can also contact with us there for any type of help. Thank you. Congratulations on completing your first 2 quizzes. So let's move forward and click on Ontario Rule Test number 3. Welcome to your Ontario Practice Learners Test Rule number 3. So let's get started. Here we go. The first question is, when deciding to make a U-turn, your first consideration should be to check. The right answer of first question is the traffic regulations. So I'm going to click on the second option. Yeah, next. If you register a BAC from blank known as the Vaughan range, you will receive an immediate driver's license suspension. The right answer of this question is 0.05 to 0.08. So I'm going to click on the last option, which should be the right one. Yeah, this is the correct one. And now we are going to move to the third question of quiz number 3. When it is safe to do so, passing other vehicles on their right side. The right answer is permitted when the street or highway has 2 or more lanes for traffic in the direction you are traveling. So I clicked on the last option. This is the right one. And next. Are drivers responsible for their passengers buckling up? The right answer is only if passengers are from 5 years of age up to 16. So let's click on the second option. Next. If you are 80 years of age or older, you are required to renew your driver's license the right answer is 2 years. So I'm going to click on the first option. This is the right one. Next. A broken line at the left of your lane means the right answer is you may pass if the way is clear. So let's click on the second option. This is the correct one. And next. Fully licensed drivers, the Ministry of Transportation may suspend your license after a 9 points interview. The right answer is if you fail to attend an interview or fail to give good reason for keeping your license. When does the law require lights on vehicles to be turned on? The right answer is before half an hour before sunset, to half an hour after sunrise, and at any other time you cannot see clearly for a distance of 150 meters. So I'm going to click on the third option. This is the correct one. And next. If the signal light changes from green to amber as you approach an intersection, what should you do? The right answer is stop. If a stop cannot be made, safely proceed with cautions. So I'm going to click on the first option. Correct. And next. The hand and arm signal for slowing or stopping is, the right answer is arm out and down. So let's click on third option. Correct. Next. In Ontario, you must wear a seat belt. The right answer is at all time. So I'm going to click on the first option. Next. How many demerit points will be recorded on your license for careless driving? The right answer is 6. So let's click on the second option. And next. The fine for not using a child car seat or booster seat as required by law is, the right answer is up to $1,000 plus 2 demerit points. So I'm going to click on the first option. Correct. And next. If 2 vehicles arrive at an uncontrolled intersection at approximately the same time, the right of way should be given to, the right answer is the vehicle approaching from the right. So looking like the first option should be the right one. This is the correct one. And next. Unless you want to turn left or pass another vehicle, you should. The right answer is keep to the right of the road. So let's click on the first option. Correct. Next. Winter traction is affected by slippery conditions. In winter, drivers should drive. The right answer is slower. So I'm going to click on the second option. Next. When lights are required, drivers must switch to low beam headlights when following another vehicle at what distance? The right answer is within 60 meters. So I'm going to click on the last option. And next. A school bus with red signal lights flashing is stopped on a highway that has no median strip. What does the law require you to do? The right answer is stop at least 20 meters away. So let's click on the second option. And next. Pedestrians walking on a highway should normally walk. The right answer is facing traffic. So third one is the right one. And next. Upon approaching a yield sign, what does the law require you to do? The right answer is slow down, stop if necessary, and proceed only when the way is clear. So let's click on the last option. Next, motorcyclists are entitled to the use of. The right answer is a full lane. So I'm going to click on the first option and next. Rules for both the G1 and G2 license holders include, so you can choose two answers from this question. The first right option is A, which is each person in the vehicle must wear a seatbelt, and the last option is also correct, which is you cannot drive if you have been drinking alcohol. So I'm going to click on the last option, which is D. Yeah, next. What should you do when a car is stopped at a marked crosswalk to allow a pedestrian to cross? The right answer is stop behind it. So I'm going to click on the second option and next. Fully licensed driver who talks, text, types, dials, or emails using handheld cell phones and other handheld communication and entertainment devices faces fines of up to, the right answer is $1,000 and 3 demerit points. So I'm going to click on the second option. Next. When meeting oncoming vehicle with bright headlights at night, the right answer is look up and beyond and slightly to the right of the oncoming lights. So let's click on the first option. Correct. Next. Fully licensed drivers at 15 demerit points. The right answer is your license will be suspended for 30 days. So let's click on the third option and next. What must a driver do before entering a highway from a private roadway or driveway? The right answer is yield right of way to all vehicles approaching on the highway. So I'm going to click on the third option. Yeah, next. The third last question is a person whose driver license is under suspension may. The right answer is not drive under any circumstances. So I'm going to click on the second option. Correct. Next. The second last question is you are approaching an intersection on a main road and the intersection is blocked with traffic. You should. The right answer is stop before entering the intersection and wait until traffic ahead moves on. So I'm going to click on the second option. Correct. Next. The last question of quiz number 3 is it is more dangerous to drive at the maximum speed limit at night than during the daytime, because the right answer is you cannot see as far ahead even with headlights. So I'm going to click on the last option. This is the correct one, and also this is the end of quiz number 3 of Ontario State. One thing I would like to mention here that this is super important. Instead of just watching a video, practice these quizzes yourself on CanadianPracticeTest.com. To be honest, we built this website specially to educate our viewers and make this test easy for our audience. Thank you. Congratulations on completing your first 3 quizzes, and now it's time to move to the last one, which is number 4. So I'm going to click on Ontario Rule Test number 4. Welcome to your Ontario Practice Learners Test Rule number 4. So let's get started. The first question is, drivers licensed under the Graduated Driver License Program are restricted from operating a vehicle. The right answer is when any amount of alcohol has been consumed. So I'm going to click on the first option. Correct. Next. What should you do if you become stranded in snow? The right answer is run your vehicle engine for approximately 5 minutes every hour for heating. So I'm going to click on the third option. Next. When can you pass on a shoulder? The right answer is if a vehicle turning left and only if the shoulder is paved. So I'm going to click on the second option. Next, the fourth question is high occupancy vehicle lanes on provincial highways are reserved for vehicles carrying how many passengers? The right answer is at least 2 people. So I'm going to click on the third option. What should you do when exiting a freeway? The right answer is signal, move into the deceleration lane, reduce speed gradually, and obey exit signs. So I'm going to click on the first option. Correct. And next. What should you do if you feel drowsy while driving? The right answer is stop for a short rest in a safe area. So I'm going to click on the third option. Next. When do you stop for a school bus if there is a median? The right answer is if you are behind it and it has red lights flashing. So let's click on the third option. Correct. Next. What you cannot see in your vehicle rear and side view mirrors is said to be in your. The right answer is blind spot. So I'm going to click on the first option, which is blind spot. This is the correct one. And next. Why must you use signal when turning? So you can choose 3 answers from this question. The first right option is A, to inform cyclists of your intention. B is right, to notify the other drivers of your intention. And the third option is also right one, to advise pedestrians of what you want to do. So I'm going to select the third one. So you can choose one of them, A, B, C. Yeah, next. What action should be taken if your brakes fail? The right answer is pump the brakes rapidly and shift into a lower gear. So let's click on the last option. Next, if you fail to refuse to give a breath or blood sample when asked by police, your license will immediately be suspended for. The right answer is 90 days. Next, coming to a complete stop at an intersection is required, but where do you stop if there is no stop line, crosswalk, or sidewalk? The right answer is at the edge of the intersection. So I'm going to click on the second option. Correct. Next. Always be aware of traffic around you as you drive. Check your mirrors every second so far. The right answer is 5. So I'm going to click on the second option. Next. The accessible parking permit allows. The right answer is a vehicle carrying the person to whom it was issued to use a designated disabled parking space. So let's click on the third option. Yeah. Next. Signs giving instructions around roadworks are. The right answer is legally enforceable. So I'm going to click on the last option, which is legally enforceable. Yeah. Next. Road test failures may result from. The right answer is any all of these. So let's click on the first option. Yeah. Next. When a red X is indicated over a driving lane, the right answer is a driver must not enter or remain in that lane. So I'm going to click on the last option. Next, if there are continuity lines to the right of your lane, what must you do? The right answer is you are not required to do anything unless you want to exit. Your lane is unaffected. So the first one is the right one. Next, wet roadways can cause. So you can choose 3 answers from this question. The first right option is A, which is loss of traction. B, poor visibility. C, sudden stop. So you can choose one of them. You must not follow any emergency vehicle that has its siren or lights operating within. The right answer is 150 meters. Correct. Next, what is the safest action to take when your vehicle drives over black ice? The right answer is calmly remove your foot from the accelerator and steer in the direction you want to go. So let's click on the first option. Correct. Next, if a front tire goes flat, your vehicle will pull strongly to the right answer is side that has the flat tire. So I'm going to click on the last option. This is the correct one. And next, who has the right of way in a roundabout? The right answer is traffic in the roundabout. So I'm going to click on the last option. Correct. Next, what is meant by overdriving your headlights? The right answer is driving so fast that your stopping distance is farther than you can see with your headlights. So let's click on the last option. Correct. Next, how many days do new Ontario residents have to register their vehicle? The right answer is 30 days. So let's click on the third option, which is 30 days. Correct. Next, never make a U-turn unless you can see at least blank in both directions. The right answer is 150 meters. Hydroplaning can cause your vehicle to skid. It is caused by. The right answer is your tires riding on top of the water. So I'm going to click on the last option. This is the correct one. And now we are going to move to the third last question of quiz number 4. The question is, when a police officer signals you to pull over your vehicle over, you must. The right answer is pull over as far to the right as you safely can and come to a complete stop. So I'm going to click on the third option. Correct. Next, how many demerit points will be recorded on your license for failing to remain at the scene of a collision? The right answer is 7. So I'm going to click on the last option. This is the right one. And next, how much room do cyclists need on either side of themselves as a safety zone? The right answer is 1 meter. So let's click on the last option. This is the correct one. And this is the end of quiz number 4. Congratulations on completing your Ontario state. And thank you so much for watching the video.